Excuse me. Guys, what is going on? Once again, the third time today I've been live. How y'all doing tonight? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and we are here live to review this past week's episode of AEW Dynamite. September 29th, 2021 edition of Dynamite that took place, in Rochester, New York. This was a tribute show also, honoring the memory of the late former TNT champion, former WWE Intercontinental champion and tag team champion, former Wyatt family brethren, and also former exalted one of the Dark Order, Mr. Brody Lee, as this was the first time AEW has taken place in Rochester, New York, which was the hometown of where Brody Lee lived. So this show was kind of like a tribute show to him as well. Gotta say, I know recently I've said AEW's been good, but I feel like some episodes, even though it was good, it was effective, I felt like it was coasting a little bit. Meaning that, it was good, but I felt like that, I was waiting for that one show for them to, really capitalize and, have, a big must-see moment. This may have been that show. This was a pretty darn good episode of Dynamite. I was very close to giving this show an A. Because I feel like, don't get me wrong, all Dynamite episodes have been good. None of them have been bad. But, I feel like with the roster we have, it's like, I just had this itch for a while to see them put on, a show that was gonna, really go, really blow me out of the water. Not a show that's okay, that was good, this kept me hooked. This was holy smokes, what an episode. And that's what I felt about this episode coming out this week. Holy smokes, what an episode. We had an excellent opening match. I did like how, yes, it was the Brody Lee tribute show, but with us already having an episode where basically the whole show was nothing but Brody Lee, and all matches had anything to do with Brody Lee, I was a little worried at first we were going to get a repeat of that, but I felt like we were given enough of that to a point where it's it didn't feel like we were trying to outdo the previous one. Because then it's going to be well, we got to do a third, a sequel of, tribute shows for Brody Lee. It's I don't want it to be I didn't want it to be we had to outdo the show, the memorial show that they did back in December when he passed away. There was no reason to kind of, outdo that, you know what I mean? But I like that I did that. Interesting turn of events with Cody Rhodes, and a very, very great main event with a nice title change also. We'll talk about that as well. So, like I said, very good episode of Dynamite. I'd say one of the best shows we've had in a while. Again, not saying Dynamite's been bad, but definitely one of my favorite episodes of Dynamite we've had in quite a while. It was very good. Some very excellent storytelling. Very excellent wrestling matches. It was a great show. We got Tyler in the live chat. What's up, Tyler? So this is my last live review tonight. I have a couple Seinfeld reviews I'm going to try to do, and I'm going to try, no promise, to get the next part of my Harry Potter Let's Play done. But I do have plans for the rest of the night. This is not the last video you're going to see tonight. And Tyler gave the show a B. Okay? We'll see what we got there. CM Punk was on commentary dressed in street clothes again, which, cool with me because, having CM Punk on the microphone is pretty darn awesome. The show opened up with a match between Adam Cole and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I love this match. The more and more I see Jungle Boy Jack Perry wrestle, I just feel more and more he's the AEW made Daniel Bryan. Of course, Bryan Danielson. Yes, Bryan Danielson is in AEW now, but this is a brand Jungle Boy's basically in the same position as him. Great babyface, super over. He's just awesome. And again, Adam Cole was a freaking rock star, not Adam Bomb, because apparently if he would have re-signed and went to the main roster, they wanted to change his name to Adam Bomb. Adam bomb, baby. Yeah, that's just gonna be. That would have been awful. Again, as I keep saying, Adam Cole, thank God you made the right decision. But him and Jungle Boy had an excellent match. Like I said, with a guy like Cole, who's a freaking rock star, like I easily compare Adam Cole to a Shawn Michaels. He's not the biggest guy, of course, out there, but he's just one of the best in-ring workers in the business today. And then there's Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who's 24 years old still, and he's just such a great young upstart, great underdog, someone who will be a champion someday. He's definitely going to be a champion. And again, since they brought back the crowd, they've lived up to what they said they would do, and they're really, pushing Jungle Boy. And again, this match I thought was just an excellent way to just continue to do that. Again, some great maneuver. Jack hit a diving Frankensteiner over the ropes to the floor. Jungle Boy kicked out of a Panama Sunrise. And again, it was just some great back and forth action. Adam Cole would eventually win with, I don't know if they're still calling his finisher the last shot or what they're calling it. The rest of the Elite came down to celebrate. Carl Anderson says how the Elite, to be in the Elite, you have to have Impact World titles. The Good Brothers. You have to have Adam Cole. You have to have AEW World Champion Kenny Omega. You have to have the greatest tag team ever, the Young Bucks. I still, honestly, with them building on to the Elite, bringing Adam Cole, even though, of course, that match was excellent, that steel cage match, I still kind of feel they should have kept the tag titles on the Young Bucks. It still just felt like a little bit out of place for me, having the Young Bucks, lose the titles on a night where they basically got even stronger as a unit because of Adam Cole, but, still, whatever. Even though they're not tag champions anymore, they're EVPs, extremely violent people. Adam Cole says he beat Adam Cole, and it says he said he beat a Jungle Boy, and he did. That makes him undefeated. Nick Jackson wins Michael Nakazawa up as the best promo of all in wrestling, who gets a CM Punk chant and tells the crowd to shut up and that he has nothing to say. Kenny says his telephone has been ringing off the hook all week. His social media has been full to the brim of people telling him the same thing over and over again, how his match with Bryan Danielson was the greatest match they've ever seen. He says, cool, but see if he cares. Danielson took him to his limit to cash in on his promise and kicked his head in. But here's the problem. Danielson could not get the job done when it counted. And the other problem is he has 0 record and he's never seen him face to face in that ring ever again. Which brings out Bryan Danielson. He asks the crowd if they want a rematch. And they say yes, but of course he also says how Kenny doesn't have enough balls to give him a rematch. And that starts the crowd most of the night chanting out, Kenny no balls Omega. So now, let's see if anybody in the Elite has any balls, because he challenges any of them to a match on Rampage. Omega laughs him off and says those are big words from a small man. And why Rampage and not now? Today's his lucky day, though. He's the next contestant on The Price is Right. Bryan asks the crowd if they want to see him fight and says he's not coming alone. He calls Frankie Kazarian, Christian Cage, and Jurassic Express down to join them, and that sets up for a big tag match. I think, was it next week, or I think it's next week. I think it is. But Kenny No Balls was a chant throughout the night. Kenny No Balls, Kenny No Balls, which is hilarious. But that's gonna be an excellent tag match when that happens. The Lucha Bros were then interviewed when Andrade El Idolo rolls up and asks where Pac is, and his aide points out that it's been a while since the Lucha Bros defended their AAA tag titles. Andrade says he has many luchador friends and who would love to take those titles away from them. Lucha Bros then say they'll defend them anywhere, anytime. So who knows who that it's going to be, because didn't recently Andrade get rid of Chavo or something? I don't know. And then we had a match. This was interesting. We had a solid match with Dante Martin and Matt Sydal taking on Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson of the Nightmare Family. Now, the Nightmare Family wins with a cross-leg brainbuster over the knee from Lee Johnson on Dante Martin. Cody Rhodes, Lee Johnson basically told Cody Rhodes, take the back seat, I got this. Afterwards, there was an interview in the ring. This was very interesting. Cody Rhodes says he knows his audience waited a long time for this show, and he wants to call Malachi Black out right now. He's lost to Malachi Black twice now. Arn then tells Cody, though, enough talking. On July 7th, Malachi came into their life and he's destroyed all of them. The first time he totally destroyed Cody and he starts taking his boot off. What's that about? The second time he's getting rolling and he's ready to finish him, then he goes and worries about Arn Anderson. Cody should have won the match, but then Black took advantage as he's an assassin and predator. He's going to do anything to destroy his opponent. And he'd step in and take the fight, but he's just too damn old. But there's a difference between Arn and Cody. Arn says that if Cody gets carjacked, he steps aside. But when Arn pulls out the Glock and turns in the table, he's not going to coach a loser. He leads with Lee Johnson, saying at least Lee will listen to him. And what's been interesting is the past episode or two, Cody Rhodes has been getting booed. And Cody's playing along with it. Is this where we finally see Cody Rhodes turn heel? Which I think he really needs. It could be, but yeah, that was definitely a nice little twist there. A little bit like a tease breakup there between Arn Anderson and Cody Rhodes. Like I said, could this be Cody Rhodes turning heel, going to the dark side, obsessing because the one person that's been able to keep him down, because, like I said before, Malachi Black's beaten him twice. Could this be where Cody finally snaps and turns heel? We'll have to wait and see. We had a random six-man squash match. Darby Allin, Eddie Kingston, and Jon Moxley defeated Bear Country. Sting came down afterwards and hit a Scorpion Death Drop on Anthony Green. We also got a video package of the fallout of Britt Baker defeating Ruby Soho last week. And then we have the Hardy family office in the ring. Matt Hardy talks about he was supposed to debut in Rochester last year, but unfortunately that got deleted because Rochester's an awful town that produces awful people. Doesn't deserve a legend like Big Money Matt Hardy. Well, we all know why there was no debut in Rochester because of a certain virus. But that brings out the Dark Order and Orange Cassidy, and we have this big tag match. Wait, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8, 2 is 16, so a 16-person tag match. Orange Cassidy and Dark Order's Alan Angels, Alex Reynolds, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, John Silver, Preston Vance, and Stu Grayson and Orange Cassidy taking on the Hardy family offices, the Butcher, Angelico, Isaiah Cassidy, Jack Evans, Jorah Joel, Mark Quinn, Big Money Matt Hardy, and The Blade take on each other. And that was a good match. What was interesting about this match, of course, was the storytelling here. So we all know, and here's the thing also. When Matt Hardy was saying this stuff in the live chat, hold on, I got a text, I want to answer it really quick. Hang on here. Anyways, when Matt Hardy was saying something about debuts, I was thinking, is it going to happen? There were rumors of Wyndham Rotunda, formerly known as Bray Wyatt, showing up on this show. To have him debut, And I was hoping I was hoping he would have debuted and probably been like, the new, leader of the Dark Order, or again, they've been teasing this, um, breakup of the Dark Order, split in half, basically. I was hoping it was teasing that. Unfortunately, he did not debut, and it looks like he probably won't be debuting at least until around Full Gear, which is fine. But they had the story of this match where they had Dark Order fighting with each other, and some people were about to walk out on the other. But then, as they're walking out came Tai Conchi, Anna Jay, -1, who is Brody Lee's son, and Amanda Huber, which is Brody Lee, aka John Huber's wife. She comes out and basically tells them, get your heads in the game, get back in there and win it. And they were able to come full circle again, get back in there and win the tag match. So, not really, well, for now at least, didn't really, result in, women as, not as good as Wyndham Rotunda, but for the moment, for the fans, for those who, of course, hold Brody Lee to their heart, that was still a nice way to kind of, get the Dark Order back on the same page. And, they win the match. They stand tall and celebrate Brody's memory by putting -1 on their shoulders. And that was that. Although, speaking of debuts, this guy already did have a match. I believe he was the Joker at the Casino Battle Royale at Double or Nothing, I believe it was. Guess who's all elite? Mr. I haven't listened to this song in ages when he was WWE, but Mr. I came to collect! The now... Hang on, let's see how old he is. How old is he? He was at one point the 23-year-old piece of gold, but he's 26 now, so technically the 26-year-old piece of gold is almost 27. He's a year younger than me. Lio Rush, who I guess has gone back and forth contemplating retirement from the ring, is all elite. He cuts a promo and says how Tony Khan's been hitting him up for months to see if he'll be elite, and here he is. You could also call him LBO because he does leverage buyouts to make his money, and that's true success. So, sounds true. It sounds like Tony Khan's been trying to get Lio Rush for a while, but again, seeing that Lio just lost the passion for wrestling, but yeah, so he's here. Lio Rush versus Jungle Boy. Lio Rush versus Adam Cole. Lio Rush versus Bryan Danielson. Lio Rush versus Darby Allin. Ooh. Be some good matches coming our way. Lio Rush and Sammy Guevara. Thinking of something on top of my head. Probably keep more rolling here, but glad to see Lio here again. Again, definitely a very misused talent in WWE. And of course, once again, hope he succeeds in AEW. We have a promo from FTR and Tully Blanchard. They say right now on September 29th, the greatest mind in tag team wrestling steering the ship. They're revitalizing and refocus, and it's bad news for the rest of the division. Good news for them and the Pinnacle. So they're just trying to refocus after the recent setbacks. Dan Lambert gets in the ring and basically just hypes up the men of the year for taking out Chris Jericho and Scorpio Sky. We also have a video package for a match with Hikaru Shida and Serena Deeb next week. And then we also have a match where Anna Jay and Tai Conchi defeated their rivals, Penelope Ford and the Bunny. And also we have -1 then hugging Tai Conchi and Anna Jay after the match, getting their moment to shine on Brody's tribute show. We also get a video package for a triple threat match for the women's division that happened this past Friday on Rampage with Jade Cargill, Nyla Rose, and Thunder Rosa. Oh, this was good. MJF comes out. So what's next for MJF after his brief little feud with Brian Pillman Jr.? He comes out and says they're on the precipice of something truly spectacular as AEW continues to gain much more momentum, which is true. As much as he hates to admit it, there are 4 pillars. Young men who lead the company forward. Jungle Boy, beat him. Sammy Guevara, beat him. Darby Allin, whatever, because he hasn't faced Darby Allin yet. Then the strongest and most important pillar, himself, MJF. He brings this up because, quite frankly, without him, this company ain't shit. And he's the past, present, and future of All Elite Wrestling, and that's why he deserves to be world champion. He says, out of all the cons in pro wrestling, Tony is easily in his top 2. But he has a friend back in the day from his MLW days, Bruce Pritchard. And he's got Bruce Pritchard on speed dial. Not a good idea now, because look who he's working for now. And he's basically Mr. Whatever you say, boss, over in WWE. Do not go to AEW. I'm sorry. You stay in AEW, MJF. Do not go to WWE. But of course, out is that whatever, Darby Allin. MJF says, as much as he loves the whole school shooter mime on a skateboard vibe, he doesn't appreciate him interrupting him. There's nothing wrong with being the second best. Some of the best number 2 guys are incredible. Sting, for example. But he's Wayne Gretzky, Babe Ruth, Michael Jordan, number 1 around here. Darby says if he's done talking, and if he wants to leave and get what he wants, he should go. But Darby is AEW for life until death. And how can he be number 1 pillar if he's the only one between them to have won a title? MJF says he respects Darby for being straight edge, but do the people know why he's straight edge? Because when he was a wee little boy, he got in a car accident with his drunken, sloppy, alcoholic uncle, and they got into an accident and his uncle died. And you know what? The wrong guy died. MJF tries provoking him into hitting him, but Darby says, you won't break me mentally. And if he's got anything else to add, now's the time. And that was like a hammer on the nail thing there. MJF then says, I'm done here, and walks out. That was a bold promo. What I like about that promo is, yes, MJF has gone toe-to-toe with some of the best on the microphone. Recently, Chris Jericho. This is a guy now in MJF's generation. MJF's taking that loss to Jericho. I mean, yeah, he beat Jericho several times. That one of the losses, he's going, well, I'm still the best in my generation. Darby Allin's saying, I am the best in this generation, basically. And especially, you know, with MJF's strong suit, his strongest suit of all, the microphone, Darby Allin basically said, you ain't getting to me. You ain't beating me in your game anymore. You got anything else to say? Darby Allin basically shut up MJF on the microphone, whether he wants to believe it or not. That was great. If this is a program going into full gear, oh boy. Oh boy, will that be great. I can't wait to see the match. And I can't wait to see the build for this. Like I said, this whole idea now basically that someone on in MJF's, you know, generation now, not like a legend anymore. Now is MJF dealing with the people who was he's the present. He's already dealt with the past with Chris Jericho. Now, of course, he's dealing with the future and somebody who is right in the same boat as MJF. This is going to be a great feud, and I cannot wait. We are being told that Bryan Danielson and Nick Jackson will have a match for Rampage this past Friday, which I did not get to watch it, but I'm pretty sure now Bryan Danielson's going through the rest of the Elite to get to Kenny Omega, which would be awesome. And then we got the main event, Miro versus Sammy Guevara for the TNT Championship. Awesome main event. Awesome match. I love how Sammy Guevara tried pulling out some of Fuego del Sol's moves. because obviously Miro had been beating up his best friend for a while. Miro caught him out of the midair of a shooting star press. It hits him with a belly-to-belly suplex. We also had, when it looked like Miro had this in play, the big turning point of this match, I thought, was that Spanish fly that Sammy hit. He looked like he was done, and out of the blue, just like catches Miro. Before you know it, not even a split second later, Spanish fly, I popped. Again, if there's a move that constantly gets me to pop, it's that Spanish fly. We have that. We have a corkscrew over the post that he had hit on Miro also. And then, of course, there was the removing of the turnbuckles. Sammy then hits Miro in the corner on one of those turnbuckles. He hits the GTH, whatever it's called, basically like a feast your eyes. And then he goes up top, hits a 630 senton, and Sammy Guevara, as I predicted to be one of the few guys to do so, wins the TNT title. Awesome match. Awesome way to end the show. And, you know, I'll be real. How long did Miro hold that championship for? At least May, June, July, August, September. Like 6 months he held the title. Yeah, he could have held it for a bit longer maybe, but like I said, one person that was definitely worthy of dethroning was definitely Sammy Guevara. And they made each other look like $1 million. Like Miro showed to be a challenge for Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara overcame the challenge. He made Miro look like a beast. And Miro made Sammy Guevara look amazing. I love Sammy Guevara. And he deserves this. And his first challenge, actually, it was answered on Twitter shortly after the show, is none other than former Undisputed Era member Bobby Fish. Yeah, the same Bobby Fish that I don't think we ever got the question answered that Matt Riddle asked the question of, how much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? And that was back in the day before Matt Riddle became annoying. But yes, apparently on Dynamite this coming week, we're going to have Sammy Guevara versus Bobby Fish for the TNT Championship. That'll be interesting. But yeah, confetti came down, and there was Fuego del Sol, a bunch of the babyfaces out to celebrate with Sammy. Great moment and great way to end the show. And yep, that's Dynamite. Almost gave this show an A, but didn't think it quite hit A. I gave it an A-. A- for this episode of Dynamite. Guys, let's check the live chat before we go off the air here. We got Tyler, gave the show a B. Anthony says, it's been a while. How are you? Apologize for missing your streams lately. Dealing with some stuff in terms of family. Well, whatever it is, my friend, I do pray for you and hope that, whatever's going on, everything's going well. But you've not missed much. Like I said, until today, I hadn't posted a video in 2 weeks because of how busy I was. But good to have you back. Yes, Lashley. I remember when Leo kept saying that. And we got Aiden if that mispronounced that, I promise. I apologize. You got any social media? Well, only social media that I give to my subscribers is my Twitter account, which is how I will end this show. Of course, what are your thoughts with Dynamite this week, guys? Leave thoughts down in the comments section below. Be sure as always to slap a like on the video. Subscribe to more content to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBoy93. But guys, that's going to do it. I'm going to check out. I'm going to be posting maybe a couple Seinfeld reviews, maybe a Harry Potter Let's Play. Night's still decently young. It's only almost 8 o'clock here, so hopefully more content comes tonight. As again, I definitely tried to pound some stuff in to get this channel pumping and going again, because like I said, I was gone for 2 weeks because I was just busy with vacation, and then once I came back, it took me a while to get caught up on things. But I think for the most part, besides, like Seinfeld reviews, I'm pretty caught up for at least, wrestling content I do for now. So, yep, let's keep this channel alive, guys, as always. So, till then, guys, I'll check it out. I'll see you all later. Have a great night. Enjoy your week, guys. Peace out, everybody.